Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Handy Handle Tips here. Now I'm not going to lie to you, I've not really used my ROG Ally since I got my PlayStation 4 at launch, but Asus has dropped a pretty awesome update with quite a few features in it that I think are pretty cool, and I think that's worth a mention and a rare props to Asus for the updates that they've been giving to the device. You guys probably already have seen their adverts over the Black Friday period and the Christmas adverts. I've been seeing them everywhere, so they're really doubling down on the ROG Ally, and so it must be doing well for them to have them continue pushing it. And there's some good Black Friday deals, and there's about £100, $100 respectively off, which I was annoyed about because I want that off too, but I bought mine a while ago, so I can't really complain. Okay, so the first feature they added in today's update was quite nichely. It was a gyro. So in your settings, in your armory crate, along its settings and the calibration, we can still calibrate our left and right sticks, our left and right trigger, but now we have a gyro. Very niche use case. I can't really think of anything that I would use it for, but I remember when the 6-axis came out for the PS3, the 6-axis controllers, they're just like kind of little bath time duck game that I'd play on it. You kind of flow along, so maybe there's some parents out there that has one of these that trusts their kid enough. Maybe there's some kids game that they can kind of have some fun with. But regardless, it's an extra feature they wouldn't have before. And if one person enjoys it and gets a benefit out of it, then that is just fantastic. So yeah, that's quite cool. The other thing to do with the controls, they added on the right stick and left stick. If we go into settings, configure, gamepad mode, left stick or right stick, now we have the option, to change the responsive curve on our sticks. So what that means is if you turn your stick 20%, you can alter that, what that means for you. So you could set it to, if you just move your stick 10%, then you could change that 10% little movement could mean 100%. So a little touch could mean full on, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you have the opportunity to change that. I don't really know what that could be used for. Maybe FC24, if you like touch the stick, if you want to change direction fast. So you just, any slight change in direction of the stick, you would change it to like 100%. So any touch would be a full on turn. I don't know. Just a thought. But it's an option for us to edit and customize to really make this an experience of our own and make this our own, So and this is just a random update too. It's just it's really, really cool. And the best and probably the most important thing that I like from this update is I really just have to kind of jump around the place and make the mic a bit weird. But and if you go to settings, operating mode, and then down to GPU settings, now we used to just have the memory assigned to the GPU, which by the way I said is 6 gigs. I think it does something. We now have the AMD Advanced option, AMD Advanced Graphics options. Now we have the options to turn on Radeon Super Resolution, Radeon Anti-Lag, Radeon Boost, Radeon Chill, Radeon Image Sharpening. I recommend you just click Optimize All, and it should just turn on the Radeon Super Resolution, the Radeon Anti-Lag, and the Radeon Boost. Those three in combination are just fantastic. And eventually, hopefully, in combination with the FSR 3.0, perfect. It's really going to give this device that extra bit of boost, And it's really going to help it stand the test of time and continue to play the best, latest and greatest games, especially when FSR 3.0 gets implemented in more and more titles. Anyway, above GPU settings in the same menu, we have Eco Assist. Now we've been added the option of CPU Boost. Now CPU Boost has always just been on by default. Now we're getting the option to turn it off. Now it should already be on, and I recommend you keep it on unless you're doing a few things. Then I'd recommend you turn it on. So in my last video about the ROG Ally, I explained how I've been enjoying playing on Xbox Game Pass. Cloud streaming at 10 watts runs, perfectly. Especially if you have good Wi-Fi. If you're playing the PlayStation Portal and you're finding that to be awesome, then you'll definitely be able to cloud stream from the Xbox Game Pass. Put your device in 10-watt operating mode and turn off your CPU boost to get that extra boost of battery saving. So yeah, if you turn that off, it conserves battery. If you're playing an indie game, Sea of Stars or something, or you're cloud streaming, crank down the wattage, turn off CPU boost, golden for hours. Great. And again, this is just one patch that Asus has just given us. Patches before this, they've given us like the 900p option. They're really kind of listening to the community and really giving us what we want, which I think is great. Now, the other thing they've added is, or just given us extra, is the real-time monitor. Now, when you click real-time monitor, you have minimal, which gives us like a little bit of information. You have row, which gives you more information, and square, which I think square gives you the most. It's probably the same as row, actually. And obviously, we can put that in anywhere in the screen that we want it. Now, before we just had the option of the square, which is quite large and took up a decent amount of the screen. It's a small 7-inch screen. So now I really like minimal, or I like the row. You just put it at the top, or you can put it down the bottom. It's thinner, takes up less of the screen. Now we get some sort of low FPS graph, shows it going up and down. Great, fantastic. Little extra features that really make the difference to really customize our devices the way we want them. They added other little things that I'm probably not going to use, but they have in the help center now. They have like a feedback option. We can now upload screenshots and videos directly to Discord or TikTok. Customizable keybinds for Armory Crate. And before I close out this video, I'll give us a little top tip, from the handy handheld tip man. Now that we're in our shortcut menu, and we're looking at the real-time monitor, we just go down here. Now, I really recommend playing this device in 900p. I think that's optimal if you're playing, some AAA, some AA titles. 900p for that extra boost of FPS rather than playing at 1080p. But I'm not going to tell you how to play your device. I'm just giving you what I recommend. So 900p is what I kind of play for everything. 1080p, I find it does look awesome, but I find that some of the text can be quite difficult to read in some games. So 900p for me is the best. Now, I'll set the screen to 60 hertz rather than the 120 hertz. I'll tone it down to 60 hertz. Now, that's saving your battery life. And I'll put the FPS limiter. This is critical. Putting the FPS limiter down to 60 FPS. Because if you're running your screen at 60 hertz, 900p, and your GPU is pumping out more FPS than what your screen is, then you're just wasting battery. So limit your FPS to 60 FPS. There's no point of getting more than 60 FPS when you're locking your screen at 60 hertz. Now, I find 900p 60 hertz is just the best setting for me personally. And hopefully that will save some of your battery life and stop you pumping out heat that is not needed. And yeah, that's it for today, guys. Just wanted to, not quite give Asus a pat on the back, but just thumbs up, keep it up kind of thing. What do you guys think about the Asus updates? You think they're supporting us well, or do you want to see more features? I think they're doing a pretty good job. Better than what most people thought they were going to do. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. Until the next video, goodbye.